Campaign received a financial boost last night as some of Hollywood's biggest names turned out for a fundraiser hosted by Oscar winner George Clooney. NBC's White House correspondent Kristen Welker is in Los Angeles with that story this morning. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning to you, Savannah. Well, that Clooney event raised nearly $15 million. That's a new record. Now, it's important to point out it was scheduled well before the president's announcement about same-sex marriage, but that announcement certainly added to the buzz. In the wake of his same-sex marriage endorsement, President Obama arrived in Los Angeles to cash in on the financial might of Hollywood.
Mr. George Clooney.
George Clooney, who has been a familiar face at the White House lately, hosted a record-breaking fundraiser at his posh Los Angeles mansion. Tinseltown's A-list turned out, including Barbra Streisand, Robert Downey Jr., Billy Crystal, and Selma Hayek. In addressing the crowd of 150 wealthy donors, the president said 2008 in some ways was lightning in a bottle. That's not going to be replicated, and that means we're going to have to work harder. He also acknowledged that he had made some news by announcing his support for same-sex marriage. It was a logical extension of what America is supposed to be, he said to Applause. Hollywood insiders say new donors are getting on board after this week's announcement.
Norman Lear had been reluctant to actually write a check for the campaign. He reversed that position. I've talked to other donors who are encouraging their friends to go out and go online and support the campaign.
The president's re-election team also tried to capitalize on the same-sex marriage issue by releasing this ad attacking Mitt Romney.
I indicated my view, which is I do not favor marriage between people of the same gender, and I don't favor civil unions.
And the Democratic National Committee says its phones have been steadily ringing. Erica Payne is a former Deputy National Finance Director for the DNC.
I think generally speaking, the progressives have really been looking for some fire from this president, and so I think you'll see across the board that people really step up.
But it cuts both ways, and now social conservatives are re-energized in their support for Mitt Romney.
We're taking back the White House and taking back America.
Romney also raked in big cash Thursday during campaign events in Omaha and Kansas. And later, he tried to pivot back to the economy, the issue he sees as his trump card.
It's the economy which is the focus of what they're talking about, and obviously the president doesn't want to talk about that.
Now, a senior administration official confirms that Vice President Biden apologized to President Obama this week for those comments that he made on Meet the Press this past Sunday, in which he endorsed same-sex marriage before the president did and essentially jumped the gun on the